In lesson 2.10 cooldown, we are asked to, one more time, sketch a graph of a polynomial function that has certain features. So they tell us, first of all, the degree of a polynomial is 4. Awesome. They also tell us we have zeros at -3, +4, and 6. So I'm going to go ahead and just put those on my graph right now. I have a 0 at -3, I have a 0 at +4, and I have a 0 at 6. For end behavior, they tell us as x gets larger and larger in either the positive or negative direction, so both ways, left and right, y gets larger and larger in the negative direction. So that means my end behavior looks like this. On the left side, we're going down, and on the right side, we're going down. So I'm going to sketch that in as well. So we haven't really talked about what the degree tells us as far as our sketch. We have to be very careful about this part. If I look at my information, degree is 4, but I only have 1, 2, 3 zeros, which means one of these must be repeated in order to get to a degree of 4. So let's go ahead and just pick one. They don't tell us which one has to be repeated, so we can just pick whichever one we want and see if things work out. So I'm just going to decide right now that I'm going to give -3 a multiplicity of 2, which means that this x-intercept here, the -3 x-intercept, my graph's going to bounce at that point. So let's see if that sketch works. I'm going to go up, bounce off of here, and then eventually I'm going to come back around, go through this x-intercept, go through this x-intercept, and then connect to my other end behavior. So it seems like our graph works. We have checked off all of the boxes. We have the x-intercepts, we have the end behavior, we have the degree, so our graph should be correct. Now, this is not the only graph that you could have for this. Remember, I picked the multiplicity of 2 to go with the x-intercept of -3 randomly. You could do any of the other x-intercepts having a multiplicity instead.